Assalamualaikum students. Now today we are going to start with the lecture of information technology for 11th standard. Chapter number 2, Introduction to Database Management System. This is my 5th lecture on this chapter. Okay. Now we are going to start with the previous topic, that is advantages of database management system. We have already studied few advantages of database management system, like reducing the data redundancy, sharing of data, data integrity. We have already seen all these things. Data security, right? Now today we are going to see data privacy, backup and recovery, development and maintenance. Okay, so we will start with the next advantage, that is privacy. Data privacy. What is this data privacy? The data privacy also is also called as information privacy. Okay, is the aspect of information technology that deals with the ability of an organization or an individual has to determine what data in a computer system can be shared with the third party. It is the duty of the authorized person that he or she should look after what data is supposed to be shared with the other person, right? So this security or this data privacy is the lookout of the authorized person of the organization or individual, right? So data security refers to the various means organizations take to ensure their database are protected from internal and external threats. Okay, so database security includes protecting the database itself, the data it contains, and the database management system and various applications that access it. So organization must secure the data from the deliberate attack such as cyber security threats, as well as the misuse of data and database from those who can access them. Okay, now next one is data backup and recovery. What is this data backup and recovery? So a backup is a copy of data. To create the copy of data, we can say that it is a backup of that data, right? So this copy includes the important part of your database, such as the control files and the data files. Okay, and a backup is a safeguard against the unexpected data loss and the application errors. Should you lose your original data, you can use the backup to make it available again, right? So to restore the physical backup is to construct it and make it available to the Oracle server. To recover a restored data file is to update it using radio records, that is record of changes made to the database after the backup was taken. So if there is any failure or a crash while executing the transaction, then it expects that no data is lost, right? So it is necessary to revert the changes of transaction to previously committed point. There are various techniques to recover the data. Recovery from a backup typically involves restoring the data to the original location or to an alternate location where it can be used in place of the lost or damaged data. Okay, now next one is development and maintenance time. What is this development and maintenance time? The database management system reduces the application development and maintenance time. It supports many important functions that are common to many applications: accessing data, restoring data stored in the database, which facilitates the quick development of the application. So we are going to stop here. Now we are going to start with the practical questions here. Okay, so next topic of this chapter we will continue in next lecture. Okay, but today we are going to start with one practical question. Okay, to student, today we are going to start with a practical number 1, okay, of for the standard 11th of information technology. Now our first practical is to see how to download and how to install the PostgreSQL. This is the server. Okay, this PostgreSQL is an application which we are going to use for our database management, as for our practical. Okay, PostgreSQL. This is pronounced as PostgreSQL. PostgreSQL. Okay, so we are going to download and we are going to install this PostgreSQL, and then we are going to practice on this PostgreSQL application. Got it? Now, to download the PostgreSQL, you are supposed to go on Google site, then you are supposed to write PostgreSQL download. Okay, when you click on this, it will give you a list. From here you are supposed to click on downloads PostgreSQL. When I click on this, it will open a new page where you are supposed to select this window. Why? Because we are going to work on Windows platform, correct? So you are supposed to click on this Windows. When you click on this Windows, it will open a new page where you are supposed to click download the installer. After clicking on this download the installer list, it will give you the list of versions. Here the versions are there, right, of PostgreSQL database version. Okay, where you are supposed to select the version 11.9 for your practicals. The version is 11.9 for your practical. Okay, and we are going to use Windows 64-bit, right? So we are going to select this download option, where I am going to select this Windows and 11.9 version. Click on this. When you click on this, it will start downloading your file. See, your file will start downloading here. See, PostgreSQL, right? It will start downloading the PostgreSQL exe file. It will take time to download the installer or to download the exe file of PostgreSQL application. Wait till it downloads. See, it's getting download. So if you try to open this, it will not open the file because it is not yet downloaded completely. So wait till it download the file completely. Will take few more minutes. See, after complete downloading, it will start it automatically. Just click on this, it will open your installer or exe file. See, this is your exe file where you are supposed to click on run button. Okay, there are two buttons, one is run and one is cancel. If you cancel it, it will not install your PostgreSQL application. But if you want to install it, you are supposed to click on run option. When I click on this run button, it will open the installer. See, one pop-up box will appear on your screen. See this one. Okay, welcome to the PostgreSQL setup wizard. Okay, so this is the setup wizard from where you are supposed to install it. We have downloaded the file. Now we are going to install the PostgreSQL by using setup wizard. Okay, now click on next button. Now see, it will ask you the directory or the location where you want to install this. So I am going to install it in C:\program files. There is a folder created with PostgreSQL name, okay, and 11. This is the location where my PostgreSQL application is going to install. Now next, see, these are the components which we are going to install for our PostgreSQL application. Now click on next. This is the data directory where the data are going to save. Okay, now next. Now see, this is the password which it is asking for Postgres. Okay, this password, you can use this password to open your application. Now see, I am going to write one password for this. Now same password you are supposed to write it again. Got it? And click on next button. Now this is the port number. Okay, please select the port number. The server should listen on. So your server is going to run on port number 5432. This is the default one. I am not going to change it. I am going to keep it as it is. So 5432 is my port number where I am going to run my application. Okay, now next. Here you are going to select the database cluster. I am going to select the default local. Okay, next. The following setting will be used for the installation. These are the settings which are going to be used for the installation. Now next, setup is now ready to begin. Installing PostgreSQL on your computer. Click on next. It will start installing your PostgreSQL. See, it will again take time. So it will take time to install your files on the location you have provided. See, it will take time. See, these are the files which are going to be installed on the location which is provided by you. See students, it will take 7 to 10 minutes to install it. Okay, students, you are supposed to work on this, right? You are supposed to work on this application. So you are supposed to install this on this system or this application on your system, so that you can practice your practical questions on this. Okay, so till now we are going to start our practical on PostgreSQL system only. Got it? So you are supposed to install this on your system for practicing. So after complete installation process, you will get this option, that is stack building. So we are not going to click on this. Okay, we are not going to create the stack builder. We are just going to install the application. Okay, now click on finish button. At the end, you're supposed to finish the installation process. Okay, by clicking on this finish button. Now see here how to start it. Click on this start button, then click on all programs. In all programs, scroll down, you will get PostgreSQL 11, right? Click on this. When you click on this, there are few applications like application stack builder, which we have not downloaded, pgadmin, reload configuration, and SQL shell, right? So we are going to practice our practicals on SQL shell. So whatever practical you're going to perform it on this shell only. Click on this SQL shell. This is the window you will get. Okay, here you are going to practice your practical questions. Here you are going to perform your practicals. This is the main screen. Okay, so after the installation, whenever you are going to open or whenever you are going to practice, once you install your application, you are supposed to open the PostgreSQL application. Now here you will get server localhost. This is your server. Okay, database name is Postgres. Now you will get the port number. See, we have written the port number 5432, which is the default one. Okay, now enter again. Username is Postgres by default. Press enter again. It will ask you the password. So you have set the password twice, right? First you have set the password, then re-enter the password, right? So the same password you are supposed to write it here. After writing the password, you are supposed to press enter. So the password is not visible on your screen, it is hidden. Okay, so when you type it, after typing the password, you are supposed to press enter, right? After pressing the enter key, you will come here on PostgreSQL. This is what? This is your username. So the database name is Postgres. You are into the database Postgres. Okay, now how to start? First we are going to see what all databases are created in this Postgres SQL. Okay, so to see the list, we are going to see write /l. This /l will display all the database which you have created in this. See, it will display the list of the database. First database name is Postgres, then second one, third one, fourth one, these are the list of the database which you have already created, which are already created in this, right? So this way you can start your practical. Got it? So see it once again. See all these steps again. First, what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to go on Google Chrome and you are supposed to write down in the address bar. You can write postgresql.org/download, or in Google Chrome, in Google on Google site you can directly type the PostgreSQL download. So you will get the link and you will click on that link. You will come here in Windows. You are supposed to click on this Windows option. Okay, after clicking on this window option, you will get this screen, okay, where you are supposed to click on download the installer. This is the link where you are supposed to click. Okay, so after clicking on this link, download the installer, next option is to select the file which you want to download. So we are going to download the version 11.9 on Windows platform, that is 64-bit. okay, so we are going to, I am working on 64-bit Windows platform, so I am going to download this option. Okay, when you click on this download button, it will start downloading your file. So at the corner, at the status bar of your web browser, you will get this. Okay, this installation process is going on here. Sorry, download process is going on here. Okay, after downloading the file, you will get this screen, okay, where you are supposed to click on run button to start your exe for installing the PostgreSQL. So after clicking on this run option, you will get this screen where you are supposed to click on next button. Okay, next, then you will come on this screen, that is the select components. You are supposed to select the components which you want to install. Then click on next button. Here you are supposed to select the directory where you are going to install your file. Okay, then click on next option again. Now it will ask you the port number. So the port number is 5433. This is the default port number. You can change it, but the default one is 5433. Okay, so 5433, we start with this only. Now installation directory, here the files which are going to be installed, these are the list of files which are going to be installed. Okay, so ready to install, click on next option again. So it starts installing the files. Okay, after finishing this, you will get this screen. This is the main screen which you will get after installation. Okay, where you are supposed to uncheck this tag builder. Okay, it will check by default, but you are supposed to uncheck it because we are not going to create any stack builder here. So you are supposed to uncheck this and then click on finish option. Got it? So after finish option, you are supposed to, so after finish option, what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to open it, right? Once you have downloaded the file, see, again you are supposed to not download the file. Okay, you are supposed to download it once only. So if you have downloaded it, then every time you are supposed to click on start menu, then all programs, then PostgreSQL 11, and then click on SQL shell. This is the main window where you are going to work. Okay, so this is the main window where you will get the first option is server name. What is the server name? Localhost is the server name. Okay, then the database name, that is PostgreSQL. Then it will ask you the port number, that is 5432. You're not supposed to type anything, you just need to press enter. Okay, then again enter, username is Postgres, then again enter. It will ask you the password. Okay, here you are supposed to type the password, but it is not visible on the screen. See, I am typing it. Okay, I am typing the password here, but it is not visible on the screen. Then press enter. After typing the password, press enter. So after you press enter, it will come on your database, that is Postgres. This is your database, or you can say your username. Okay, so the username is Postgres. I am on the user Postgres. Okay, and if you want to see the list, you are supposed to click, or you are supposed to write /l. This is the command which will display the list of the database available on the user Postgres. Okay, this is the user Postgres where all the database names are displayed on the screen by using this /l command. So /l command will display the list of database. Okay, then to quick from here, to exit from here, you are supposed to write /q. This is the command which will close the application. To exit from this application, you are supposed to write /q option. Okay, this is the command /q. Okay, /q, and then press enter. Press any key to continue. When I press any key, it will exit from the application. To exit from the application, you are supposed to write down /q. So we have seen two commands. First one is /l to display the list of the database in the user Postgres, and second one is the second command is /q. To exit from the window, we are using /q. Okay, understood this? So these are the steps to download and to install the PostgreSQL. So students, install this on your system, so that from next practicals we are going to start with the actual practical questions. These are the only steps to install it, right? Now in next lecture we are going to start with the commands. Okay, how to create the database, how to create the tables. So we are going to start with the commands. Got it? So today we are going to stop here only. Thank you so much.